And here, let's talk about why most people fail, in entrepreneurship. Here, let me just give you guys a little story. As you guys all know, very well aware that All In has become a private equity company.
Yep.
And I was talking to another person that has a private equity company, and they just bought a company out in Florida. This guy was making $6 million a year. He was an artist. He would build these beautiful plants, huge, gigantic plants, luxury plants, and put them in these mansions, making $6 million a year. And guess what? Net profitability was very low. Amount of the debt to the business was extremely high. He was about to fail. And this person that I know that's in the private equity space came in and acquired that company, right? They acquired that company, and they brought in, they had to do all kinds of things just to get the business back afloat. Now, what happened there? I want you to pay attention. You had an artist who said, I am going to become an entrepreneur. Just because you're an artist doesn't mean that you're a business owner.
No, correct.
You see? That
Hit that for yourself, bro.
Go ahead. Okay, malfunction. Don't worry about it. So just because you're an artist doesn't mean you're an entrepreneur, right?
Sure.
This individual didn't have any, brother, his CRM was pen and paper.
Yeah.
Just comment.
Pen and paper. He had no processes.
Wow.
He had no systems, nothing. So the business was about to go bankrupt. And then obviously a private equity company that has systems and processes and infrastructure and everything you can think, everything a business really needs, they went in there and they saved the business, and they're working on turning this thing around, right? These people are turnaround experts. And to me, that blew my mind. I'm like, man, how this dude's making these beautiful creations.
Yeah.
He's making millions of dollars a year, and he's about to go bankrupt. That tells you that it's not about talent. It's not just about talent, or it's not about your special, unique gift to do something.
Correct.
Business is more, it's more than that. And that's the first thing that I truly believe, that people jump into the business world and they lack business acumen. How are you going to get it? How are you going to get business acumen in the first place? I don't care if you go to Harvard or ASU, School of Business. Sorry, you're going to learn by putting your hands in the fire. And that's why, in my opinion, most people never make it out of that. They never make it out.
Do you think people lack the desire to be the student before they become the master?
Brother, I feel like people are so passionate about what they do that they don't even think about, this needs to be paid. I need to rent an office. I got to do some marketing. I got to hire staff. They don't think about, they're just thinking about their unique gift, right?
Yeah.
Their
Correct.
passion.
The coffee shop.
Their passion, exactly. That's what they're thinking about. And then, reality sets in a few months in or a few years in, and then you're out of business. You're out of business. And that's why 9 out of 10 businesses eventually do fail.
I think there's also different expectations. You have people that talk online and, there's young guys that are, I made $1 million this year doing this. It's like, okay, well, show me the pay stub, right? Show me your W-9. Yeah. Like, show me anything, right? Yeah. And so now you have people that are like, man, this journey, this and that. It's like, okay, fair.
You haven't accomplished anything, dude. Let's relax.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not even about what you make. It's about what the other person makes.
But what is that? Again, we live in a world of perception, and everybody wants to be validated and accepted publicly, and that's a huge problem, because now they're writing a check that they cannot cash. Have that individual who says, I made $1 million, right? Have them go and set up shop. Have them, we'll get to see what kind of leaders they truly are.
Correct.
Right? Can you attract and hire the right people? And then if you attract and hire the right people, can you keep them? Guess what? I've been a bad leader. Why? Because all I was doing was I'm a rainmaker. You know, I'm a rainmaker by nature, praise God, right? I'm a rainmaker, and people see me making it rain, and they want to be a part of it, right? Just about every single employee that I first hired initially came off social media. And they saw me driving the Rolls Royces, and they saw me cashing the checks and wearing the watches, and they're like, man, I want a little piece of that. If I get next to them, I might get something. And they did. They did, right? But I didn't have the proper infrastructure, the necessary business acumen to plug them in to the right system. And that's on me. I was a bad leader, right? But you know what? I am so blessed that all of that happened, and I am so blessed for those people. You know why? Because then I wouldn't be who I am right now and where I'm headed now.
Correct.
I learned my lesson the hard way.
You know, it's a layer. What you remind me of, and the reason why our partnership is so powerful, is if every entrepreneur understood the wealth lighthouse. The first 3 segments, it goes the foundation, where most people start. The middle is the enterprise, and the top is the alchemy, right? The legend. The bottom 3, the first is the survivor. I make 3,000, I spend 5,000. Next, you have the victim. I make 5,000, but I spend 7. Then you have the survivor. I make 15,000, but I spend 14, so I have that 1,000 left. Then you have the worker, which is your blue collar. I make 200,000, but I'm a slave to the business. Now the next level, that middle, is where you become the player. The player is like a Zach, a horse. I'm a salesman. I can make numbers, but I haven't yet built a platform to get a team. Then you go to the performer. All right, you know what? I want to build a team to replicate what I do, so now it's not all on me. Then you go to the conductor, says, you know what, I'm going to donate my creativity to someone else to run this business, so I can now focus on something new. Then you get to Carlos and Sal's level, the next one, which is the trustee. Trustee is, I trust someone like Carlos on my board because he has wisdom that I would not know unless I come to Carlos. Then after the trustee is the composer, the one where you just play the musical instrument of entrepreneurship. You understand the finance, the marketing, the structure, the hiring, and then you get to the top, the legend. You can give out as much sauce as you want. Nobody can be a Carlos Reyes. And this is the wealth lighthouse that if most entrepreneurs would understand the levels you have to go through to get to the top, instead of trying to skip the line, right? Work your way up.
Having proper expectations.